Hello students, now let us continue with some more problems on the new topics of that non-homogeneous linear differential equation. Previously we learnt how to solve a non-homogeneous differential equation where phi of x was an exponential function, that is e to power ax, or some constant were there, or cos hyperbolic, sin hyperbolic. You know very well cos hyperbolic and sin hyperbolic are expressed in terms of exponential functions, so that was not a problem. Now when it comes to trigonometric functions like sine or cos, we have those two things that to be covered in our syllabus. Okay, so let us continue with some more problems on this. Okay, so now here you see that you have cos 2x, 3 times cos 2x on the right hand side. This you know very well how to solve. So let us write the auxiliary equation. The first step should be what? Writing the auxiliary equation AE, that is m cube minus 1 is equal to 0. By now you should be very familiar with how to write the auxiliary equation. Once you write the auxiliary equation, you have to get the roots of that auxiliary equation. Okay, so what are the roots of this auxiliary equation? You see that this is a cube minus b cube form already, so I can write it as m minus 1 into m square plus m plus 1 is equals to 0. Okay, so from the first bracket it is m equals 1, you get the one root. The other two roots you have to work from this equation. Okay, so m square plus m is plus 1 is equal to 0. M is equal to minus b, which is minus 1, plus or minus root of b square is 1 minus 4ac, means 4 divided by 2 you get. Okay, so it will be m is equal to minus 1 plus or minus I root 3 divided by 2. Okay, so you have got the two roots over here. Okay, so m equals to 1 minus 1 plus or minus minus 1 by 2 plus or minus I root 3 divided by 2. These are the roots. Okay, so first root is 1, second root is minus half plus I root 3 divided by 2. The second root is third root is minus half minus I root 3 divided by 2. The two are complex. Here first root is real. So now we have to write yc accordingly. Okay, to write our yc, first follow the rule to write the solution for yc. So since first root is real, so we are going to write c1 into e to power x into 1. Okay, we are done with the first part of the root. Now we have to write yc when these are the roots. Okay, so I have told you a number of times how to write yc whenever there are complex roots. First plus e to the power the real part of these roots. What is the real part? It is minus half into x. Okay, use another constant, say c2, cos of the imaginary part of the roots 3 by 2 into x, plus c3 sine of root 3 divided by 2 into x. Another constant c3 into sine of the imaginary part of the roots into x. Okay, so since there are 3 roots and there are 3 terms in our expansion for yc. Okay, this is how you are going to verify whether you have whether you have completed the solution, writing solution for yc, whether you have completed for all the roots or no. How will you check? You are going to see count the number of roots and count the terms present in your yc. First term belongs to the first root, and the remaining terms, they belong to the remaining roots. Okay, so since the complex roots occur in conjugate pairs, so we write solution for a pair itself. Okay, not individual root. Okay, so now let us continue our solution for yp. Now from the very first equation itself, here look at this, it is d cube, it's d cube minus 1 of y is equal to 3 times cos 2x. You have to separate your y and call it as yp. So yp will be 3 times cos 2x divided by d cube minus 1. Okay, now since this is a trigonometric term appearing in the numerator, according to the theory which we discussed before in my previous sessions, we learnt that we have to replace every d square by minus a square. Here the value for a is 2, coefficient of x. Look at this, it is 2. So minus a square will be equal to minus 4. Okay, so it will be what? Minus 3 cos 2x divided by, now d cube is there, d square is not there, but d cube can be written as d into d square minus 1. Now in this d square we are going to write this. Okay, so 3 cos 2x divided by minus 4d minus 1. You get it something like this. In place of d square you are writing minus 4, d as it is minus 1. I hope up till here everything is clear. Okay, see, you are writing yp like this. Then according to the rule which we discussed before, what it was, every d square must be replaced by minus of a square. Here the value for a is 2, right? So a equals 2. So minus a square is minus 4 minus 4. Okay, so therefore it will be 3 cos 2x divided by, since it is d cube here, I can write it as d into d square minus 1. Now d square must be replaced by minus 4. So you'll get minus 4d, d as it is, minus 4 minus 1. Okay, now we are going to divide and multiply by its conjugate. Okay, or I'll just divide and to eliminate, I do not want a d term appearing. Okay, I should multiply, or I can take minus sign common. Okay, I can write it as, I'll write it here only. Okay, it is minus, taking minus sign common from the denominator, minus 3 cos 2x divided by 4d plus 1 you get. Okay, now divide and multiply by this bracket, 4d minus 1 divided by 4d minus 1. Now whenever you have anything in the denominator, look into, yes, one bracket you will be given with. You are going to change it in the form a square minus b square. Suppose you are given with a plus b. I want to change this to a square minus b square. What should I multiply? A minus b. If I multiply it, I'll get a square minus b square. Like that, you are going to change the denominator by multiplying that whatever a plus b you are given with, a minus b, if you multiply it will change to a square minus b square. The whole motive to do is that you do not want any d's appearing, because you can only replace for d squares, not for d's. Okay, so to eliminate those d's we have to do this stuff. Okay, we are dividing and multiplying by, yes, one bracket is with us. Okay, so multiply with another bracket in such a way that you get a square minus b square form. Okay, so that same thing we are doing here. So that is equal to minus 3 aside. Okay, so you are multiplying this bracket over here. So what you will do, yes, look at this, minus 3. So yes, multiply this complete minus 3 cos 2x with 4d and multiply this by that. Okay, so simple multiplication, but 4 into 3, minus 3 is there, so minus 3 into 4 gives you minus 12 d of cos 2x, derivative of cos 2x. It is not d. You are multiplying d means what? It is d of cos. Now it is minus 3 into 4, it's minus 12 d of cos 2x it is. Please understand that it is not simply d or anything, it is d by dx of cos 2x actually. Okay, so minus into minus plus 3 cos 2x into 1, which is 3 cos 2x only, divided by, now multiply the denominator, it is 16 d square minus 1. Yes or no? Right? Now this is equal to minus 12 as it is. Derivative of cos 2x, it will be minus 2 sin 2x. D by dx of cos 2x it is. What is d? D by dx, right? Okay, plus 3 cos 2x divided by d square, 16d square minus 1. Now here also there are trigonometric terms which are sine and cos only, and you have d square in the denominator. So replace d square by, and both terms have the same coefficients for x. Is it not? Look at this. 2, 2. So replace d square by minus 4 again. Okay. So now it will be minus 12 into 2, which is plus 24 sine 2x plus 3 cos 2x divided by 16 into minus 4 minus 1. Okay, which is equal to 24 sine 2x minus, plus 3 cos 2x divided by 16 fours are 64 minus 64 minus 1, which is minus 65. So this is the solution for YP. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you what to do. Okay, here substituting for d square is not a problem. Once you arrive at this stage, try to take that minus sign common so that you will understand to what bracket you should multiply. Okay, so that's why I have taken that minus sign outside. Okay, once you get this bracket, try to change in the form a square minus b square, because we are only substituting for d's. Only for that reason we are dividing and multiplying by a bracket in such a way that so as to convert this to the form d square only, appearing d square only. D should not appear. Okay, so to eliminate that d only we are doing it, nothing else. Now when we multiply it, it is minus 3 into plus 4 minus 12, derivative of cos 2x plus 3 times cos 2x divided by all this stuff. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. Now let us write the final answer. The final answer, GS is equal to YC. I shall write it here, wait a minute. GS is equal to YC plus YP yc is c1 e to power x plus e to power x by 2 minus x by 2 into c2 cos root 3 divided by 2x plus c3 sine root 3 divided by 2 into x plus the final answer, because there is minus sign, so minus 1 by 65 24 sine 2x plus 3 cos 2x. This should be the final answer. Okay, it's very big solution. You can take 3 common and keep it outside, or else keep it like this only. That's not a problem at all. Okay, this completes the solution for this problem. If you have any doubt, do ask me in our WhatsApp group. Till then.